If you have ever driven down the Nairobi-Naivasha highway, you have probably seen it. That perfect, cone-shaped mountain rising quietly from the Great Rift Valley floor. But just beyond its shadows, hidden from the crowds, lies a world most people have never seen. A land carved by fire and time, a land where the ground still breathes. Welcome to Mount Suswa, the hidden volcano of the Maasai.
Ilikuwa amazing.
This place feels like stepping into another planet. Dramatic craters, steaming vents, and therefore landscape that stretch endlessly into the horizon. It's wild, untouched, and yet full of life and stories waiting to be told.
The race, I love the race.
Kenya is known for its stunning diversity, from arid plains, the dramatic Great Rift Valley, to tropical coastlines. But Susua is something else entirely. It's mysterious, it's alive, and today we are diving straight into its heart. We arrived about an hour before sunset, that golden moment when everything in the Rift Valley glows.
So I'm at Susua. Probably most of you know this place, like right there, that's Mount Longonot. And this is Yuki with our driver who has shown us around. So we are at the viewpoint and now I'm seeing cool views. The rays, love the rays.
The light was perfect, the air thick with freshness and therefore the scent of dry grass. We found a viewpoint overlooking the plains and plateaus, a view so unreal. This place feels like a painting. It looks great in person and therefore I'm not even sure the camera can do it justice. But beneath all that beauty lies tension. The Rift Valley is constantly moving, its plates pulling apart, creating new landscape while threatening to destroy others. It's humbling to stand here and therefore realize you're literally on a planet in motion.
You got too tough. Clear. For Nani, Kenny. It's a fun. You give it a tough gun. Of course. Always tough. A motorcycle is always tough. Tougher than I expected.
Mount Suswa sits between Mayu and Narok, about a 2-hour drive from Nairobi. But once you're here, it feels like you have crossed into another world. There's no going back after this. So we hiked up, camera in hand, chasing the light, the dust, and that feeling of discovery. But sometimes, the best way to understand the earth is to stand where it's still alive. When you first enter the lava caves of Mount Suswa, everything changes. The light fades, the air cools, and suddenly the ground feels alive beneath your feet. These caves are the vents of the volcano, formed when molten lava drained away, leaving behind vast tunnels beneath the surface.
But the lava here did not get them to explode out. It formed these trenches. And that's why you see the walls of the cave are decorated with this molten lava. You see, this was once in liquid, then it just cooled, forming these kind of blade-like
structures.
For centuries, they have been home to countless species, baboons, birds, hyraxes, and even leopards.
It enjoys its prey there.
It's a whole ecosystem hidden in the dark.
There's a place where you can put all the lights.
Locals call one of them the baboon parliament, a massive chamber where every evening hundreds of baboons gather to rest safely from predators.
They touch on the road. It's like following the clocks. So
Generations of them have used these caves, their hands and feet smoothing the rock over time. inside, you meet the true resident of the dark, the bats. Among them, the endangered Kenyan big-eared free-tailed bird, found in only 2 places on Earth. Quiet, calm, and strangely polite compared to their cousins. Here, they find shelter from a world that's slowly closing in on them. But that world is changing. Ecotourism, mining, and therefore land clearing threaten these caves every year. Yet, groups like Mount Suswa Conservancy and therefore the local Maasai have stepped up to protect this fragile underground world. They are restoring forest, training local guides, and therefore turning education into conservation. Standing there, flashlight in hand, it hits you. This place isn't just about geology. It's about survival, connection, and respect for the land that sustains us.
My name is Jeremiah Setabao, a chief guide and the founder member of Mount Suswa Conservancy Eastern. This conservancy is a community-owned project, and actually it is supporting the locals in different ways or in many ways. The assets we have for tourism are the crater, which is the source of the volcano, the caves, the culture of the Maasai community which dominate all this area, and actually the projects with the conservancy be supporting in education, health problems, also in times of famine like droughts. We have been supporting some families. Where we are is the caves area. This is one of the mother cave of Suswa Caves, which consists of the baboon parliament, the bats colony. There is that interaction of both bats and baboon daily. I urge Kenyans to be visiting knowing their country. Suswa provides a very good scenery, so all are welcome.
As you can see, it's a really beautiful place. So you have explored the cave, and I hope you have really enjoyed it. So you can follow Jeremiah's handle. I'll leave it in the description. And also, if you have a chance, come and view these awesome caves. It's amazing. I've really enjoyed all things that have happened. Thank you. Good. Currently, we are at Mount Suswa hike, and already I can hear some surprises. Yuki is surprised, and also our driver, who has been our guide too, is surprised. Yeah, guys, in a moment you'll be able to see the view. Yeah, let me find a good location. Wow, so huge. Soak in, guys, soak in. Look, the view.
What makes Mount Suswa unlike anywhere else on Earth is its double crater system. 2 concrete rings formed when the mountain's magma chamber collapsed. Not once, but twice. The outer crater stretches 10 kilometers across, while the inner one cradles a dome-like volcanic plug, an ancient monument to time and therefore pressure. It's a rare phenomenon, not just in Kenya, but globally. And standing at its rim, you realize just how small you are compared to the forces that shape this place. High on the plateau, between the inner and outer craters, sits a Manyata, a Maasai homestead built from earth, wood, and tradition. We were welcomed by a family with open smiles and endless stories.
Yeah. You have light.
Yeah.
This is a solar. Solar panel. Solar panel. Yeah. Can I enter?
Yes. You can enter.
Goody. Wow. Manyata. Wow. Sweet children.
Yes.
Naita nani?
My name is Evelyn.
Evelyn.
Yes. What
Naita
about yours?
Yuki.
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 Kama Yuki. Y-U-K-I.
Yuki.
Yuki.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, nice to meet you.
Okay.
Unaitwa nani? Jina? Jina lako nani? Huh? Mayanga. Nice to meet you.
One wife,
My wife and another
two
wife.
wives. So
Two houses.
two houses, but one family. Mother-in-law lives at that house.
Yellow house.
So currently I'm at Manyata, and as you can see we have one here and the other one right there. It's so cool. I've never been into a Manyata, and also beside me we also have the house of the livestock. I can show you around. Yeah, so I believe sheep live here. Yeah, they have their own cool house. It's incredible and awesome.
Their homes are small but warm. Their livestock roam freely. There's no water tap, no power lines. Yet, somehow life feels richer here. Each sunrise paints the caldera in gold, and every night the stars blanket the sky like a storybook. As they showed us how they gather water from the steam vents, I couldn't help but think how something so simple can be so profound. To them, the land isn't a challenge, it's a partner.
Can look around.
The Maasai once roamed across nearly all of the Great Rift Valley, from Mount Suswa to Dodoma. But today, their land is changing fast. Development, fencing, and the subdivision of ancestral lands are breaking old ways of life.
Yeah, 60.
The question is no longer whether this place will change, it's how we choose to guide that change. Because Susua's story is Kenya's story, one of resilience, adaptation, and balance between people and the planet. The horizon stretched wide and endless, Hells Gate in the distance, Longonot rising proud, and Susua, silent and ancient, glowing in the final light. In that moment, it wasn't just a mountain anymore. It was a mirror, a reflection of how deeply connected we are to this planet. Nature doesn't just exist to be admired, it exists to remind us, to teach us, to call us back.
What an amazing adventure. Really, the views are better above the ground. As you can see, it's a cool evening and you have really enjoyed the adventure. Susua, it's worth it and I recommend it. If you want to come to this place, please give it a visit. How can this landscape fail you? You'll enjoy it. It's a really amazing experience. Even though we haven't toured Mount Suswa or we haven't been on a hike, I'll say, let me save that one for the next time. And you'll really love it. Yeah, this place feels like heaven. Or it's heaven, I don't know, but it's really cool. Peace out and have a great day.
Filmmakers, artists, travelers, we all have a role to play. Through our tools, our words, our voices, we can preserve the wild beauty of places like Susua. Because when you look deeply into nature, you don't just see beauty, you uncover wisdom. And maybe that's the real adventure. If you enjoyed this journey, subscribe, share, and help us keep telling these stories. Because together we can keep the wild wild.